The Liverpool board are trying to pull off a coup. They want Arne Slot out. Now, although he won them the Premier League last year, this season, everything's falling apart. Liverpool are out of the title race, the dressing room is divided, and that's why Liverpool have approached the one man that can save them, the special one. And no, it's not Jose Mourinho. It's Cidinho. That's right, boys. The greatest player of all time is now getting into football management. Pep Guardiola, Hansi Flick. You guys better be ready.
The fuck?
Okay, but no way is he becoming a manager wearing that.
What's that? What's that, brother?
Bro's gonna have negative aura. Also, I think Cidinho has lost a bit of hair. Do you know what? Looks like the pressure of becoming a football manager is already getting to Cidinho. Hopefully, he won't end up going bald. Well, if he does, though, he might end up becoming the next Pep Guardiola, so you never know. For now, though, Cidinho is signing the contract. First job as a football manager. It's time to save Liverpool. Here we go, boys. Back again with the career mode series. Honestly, feels like ages since we've done one of these. But I do feel Liverpool is the perfect club to do so right now. I don't recall seeing a Premier League winning team completely fall off the following season like this. With all the media chaos surrounding Salah as well. But hey, that's why we've got Cidinho as the manager. He's going to have to use his man management skills to solve all the problems. But right now, the big problem that we do have is the overalls. Because Liverpool have been so bad this year, I don't think it was fair for us to have their normal ratings, and that's why look at Mo. He's gonna be 86, a -4. I think that perfectly represents the season he's had. Same with Van Dijk. He's only got a -2 because I think he's still been okay. Alisson has taken a hit. Florian Wirtz, I mean, for the money he went for and the performances he's been putting, just awful. I think Szoboszlai, Cody Gakpo, probably the only players that we didn't really downgrade because they've been decent. But look at Isak, bro. He's been cooked as well. Konate too. It really does feel like we're joining Liverpool in a complete mess. 7th in the league, 10 points off Arsenal. That is insane. Now, the first thing we need to figure out is what the board expects from Cidinho. I mean, this should have probably been a discussion before Cidinho signed the contract, but he was so excited to become a football manager that he just signed it without knowing anything. In fact, he even said that he's the special one in a press conference.
Who the f do you think you are?
No, whoa.
And yep, we are kind of cooked. The board want us to literally win the Premier League, win the FA Cup, and win the Champions League as well. And this is after all our players have been downgraded quite a bit. I think it's very likely that Cidinho might get sacked in his first month as a manager. Maybe that should be our first goal, to just survive the first month, getting good results. Because there's no way we can even think about winning the Premier League since we're outside the top 4. Now, the good thing is at least we've got the January window coming up. Now, the board are going to give Cidinho some money to spend, 106 million. As long as the gaffer doesn't sign stupid players, we should be fine. But now we do have a couple of Premier League games. First one being against Spurs, then Wolves. I think we can use this to understand our team. And we can also see tactically what Cidinho is going to be up to. Well, it does look like Cidinho wants to go for a radical change because this is a completely new formation for Liverpool, a 4-2-2-2. Mo Salah up top as striker, Wirtz and Szoboszlai as playmakers, McAllister and Gravenberch holding the fort, Frimpong and Kirkes providing the width. On paper, this actually looks kind of cold. And also, because Salah is going to be playing up top as a striker, that might legit satisfy his ego and he could be getting all the goals. Because that's, I think, his biggest problem now. Salah wants to be the main man. He wants to be scoring all the goals, being the Ballon d'Or contender for Liverpool. And I think this way Cidinho could kind of just satisfy his hunger. But I guess it also depends on Salah, because if he's playing up top in that striker role, he will need to deliver. Otherwise, there's going to be players like Alexander Isak who Liverpool spent big money for, ready to take his place. In fact, that's going to be a big battle for Cidinho, whether to start Isak or Ekitike, or even Ekitike and Isak and bench Salah. Well, if he does that, you know Salah's going to drop a big interview on Cidinho. We don't want that. But over these next couple of Premier League games, we will see what kind of a tactician Cidinho is. Or is he just using a random formation he thought was good on FIFA? Not gonna lie, Cidinho's management debut being for Liverpool against Spurs is kind of crazy. And already he was feeling the heat of being a professional manager. It's totally different than being a player. In the press conference, he was asked a lot of questions. Like how the fact that he's a former Man United player, that he was willing to join Liverpool. And to be honest, Cidinho had no answer. He just got angry and stormed off the interview room. The thing is, all these criticisms, all these questions, they'll be gone once we start winning games. And right now, That is what Liverpool need. I think if we win our next couple of Premier League games, we might break into the top 4 before the window begins, and that could be a good base for us to build on. By the way, if you didn't notice, every game we play in this series, ultimate difficulty. It's gonna be an absolute nightmare to try and get Liverpool back to the top. So far, boys, the one player that's really impressed me is Gravenberch. Look at him hold the ball in the midfield like that. Can pass as well. Really good player to have. Oh, Mo Salah finally getting through. This is where we've got him in the striker position. Getting it onto his left foot, but he couldn't do what he does best. Maybe that's the factor of age there. But okay, we've got a set piece, and although we're not Arsenal, maybe Cedinho's been cooking up some set piece routines. Nope. He is, but Konate's header saved. Second off, we are starting to put up a bit of pressure, which is awesome. It looks like Cedinho's out here making his first big decisions off the bench. Isak and Chiesa coming on. The pace of Chiesa, this is where we can maybe use it. Maybe it's a genius Cedinho substitution. Here goes Chiesa with pace, cutting it back, looking for Mo Salah. Surely, and in the 85th minute, Mo Salah might have won the game for Liverpool. No way that Cedinho as a gaffer has solved the Salah situation in his first game itself. What was Arne Slot doing? Luis Enrique, Hansi Flick, Pep Guardiola. You guys better be ready because Cedinho is coming for your crown. First game with Liverpool, who were in a complete mess, but we get the job done. Now, I thought in the post-match presser, I was going to get praised for my tactical ability, going with the new formation and whatnot. But all I was asked was about Konate. And that's because Konate's contract is expiring in 6 months. And in just 2 weeks, he'll be free to negotiate with any other clubs on a pre-contract. He would literally leave for free. And that would be embarrassing for Cedinho. And so it's time to call in Konate into my office and let's make a deal. Now, Cedinho did his best trying to sell Konate a future of how Liverpool are going to win the Premier League, the Champions League. Sadly, though, Konate thought it was all sus because Cedinho's an inexperienced manager. He was not buying it. The only way he was going to be convinced was with the money. He wanted a 100% wage increase. But come on, man. His overall has dipped down to 83. There is no freaking way we're giving him that. And unfortunately, there is no deal. Konate walks out. Wait a minute. Cedinho didn't sign up for this. An audit of the club's finances has uncovered some significant financial problems. As a result, 53 million of your transfer budget has been taken away. No way. Who stole our money? It's actually gone. Here I was planning in January to really improve this Liverpool team, especially if Konate now leaves because he didn't sign the contract. This is going to be a problem. Do you know what? All I can do is focus on our next game for now. We've got Wolves. I think if we win this game and some results go our way, we could get back into the top 4. That would be huge. And for this game, Cedinho has made a couple of big calls. Joe Gomez coming in for Konate. If he doesn't sign his contract, he's not going to be playing. Also, I think we need to give Mamadashvili a run out because he's the future of Liverpool. But look who we've got in the attack. Young Rio Ngumoha. Somebody needs to tell me how to pronounce his name. But it is a bold decision that Cedinho is making at Anfield. But come on, boys. If Cedinho can get 2 wins out of 2 to start his managerial career, that could also help influence the kind of players who would be willing to join our project. Because in January, we're going to try and make quite a few signings. By the way, Isak playing this game is huge as he tries to square this one. Salah was there, but what did he do? By the way, so far, Rio has really impressed me, man. His dribbling is good. He feels nice on the ball. Can he beat his man? Maybe getting into a position to shoot. He can. It falls for Isak, who couldn't get it on target. Now, Wolves are like the only team that haven't won a single game in the Premier League. This has to be a game where we get the result, get back in the top 4. Maybe Florian Wirtz will help us with that brilliant run. He couldn't finish, though. Wait a minute, how's that a foul? I think I got the ball. Now, we're having a VAR check here, and I'm sure Joe Gomez got the ball. And look at that, bro. It is so clear as day he got the ball there. How is that giving us a foul? Bro, we're genuinely being robbed here, and now Wolves have got a free kick in such a good position. The wall jumps, but it's not enough as Wolves take the lead. Cedinho is absolutely livid on the touchline. It's looking for Mo Salah. This could be big if he's on his left foot, and Mo Salah does what he does best. Crazy to think it's only Mo Salah's 6th Premier League goal. Hey, that's the Cedinho effect. He's joined and he's got Mo Salah playing back at his best. I think the main thing was that Salah does not have the legs anymore to play as a right winger. He needs to be in that position where he doesn't have to run much, closer to the box where he can do damage. And that's what Cedinho has figured out. Like, Wirtz doing really well here to find McAllister. We need someone in the box. Isak, come on. I really thought it was going to be Salah who'll cause us all the problems and we'll struggle to get the best out of him. Instead, it's kind of Isak and even Ekitike. We'll bring him on now. Also, Chiesa can now come on for Maria, who had a decent game. We'll also bring on Connor Bradley. And with these changes, come on, let's push for the 3 points. I know we can do it. Header from Ekitike, and oh my days, literally his first touch. And here I was criticizing him a bit, but there you go. Maybe Ekitike is the man we're going to need to trust over Alexander Isak. By the way, Sidinho has been analyzing Mikel Arteta's tactics because, of course, that's how we've just scored this corner. And now Wirtz wanting to join the party. That was beautiful football. Super sub Ekitike, bro. Now, we couldn't quite get Liverpool into top 4, but 5th isn't too bad. It's at least something for us to build on. The gap between us and Arsenal is still 10 points. If we just keep working hard, I know we can slowly close that. No, man, we've now got offers coming in for Konate. Just 15.3 million, though. With his contract expiring, I feel like this is the level of money we'll be able to get for him anyways. But you know what? I don't want him to leave for free, so I just want to accept it. If he's not going to sign with us, let's just let him leave. Let's get the cash and replace him. By the way, Sidinho's got a crazy rule in the dressing room where everybody needs to address him as the special one. And they're actually doing that, bro. Look at this. Greetings, special one. On behalf of the whole team, I wanted to welcome you to Liverpool. Van Dijk is sucking up to Sidinho. Even Florian Wirtz, Mo Salah, all of them.
I am Jose Mourinho.
I think now we need to just prepare for the eventuality that Konate is going to leave. Now, there is already a centre-back that Liverpool were quite heavily linked with, Mark Guehi. But of course, after our budget reduction, I am really not sure if we can pull this transfer off. But honestly, we kind of need to, especially if Konate is going to go. Having Guehi partner with VVD might save our season. Let's try, bro. So we're going to start off with a £38 million offer. What are Crystal Palace going to do? Yo, they want Dominic Szoboszlai. Absolutely no way. He's been one of our best players. We'll again counter with cash, 38 million. Ooh, they're willing to do a deal at 44.9. I think we can negotiate this down to maybe 42. Then we should have the money for his contract. They want 44, man. I'm gonna still be stern. Let's at least get a deal done at 43. Do you know what? I might just have to pay the 44 million. We're doing it. Now it's the tough part. We need to convince him about our Liverpool project. We couldn't convince Konate, but since Guehi's getting a step up from Palace to Liverpool, it was a lot easier convincing him. 100,000 per week helps as well. And with that, we've just made the first signing of the Sidinho Liverpool era. Mark Guehi, welcome to Anfield. And I think we made this transfer just in time for the big game against Arsenal. There's no way I want to be playing Konate in a game like this, with his future completely up in the air. But yeah, straight away putting Guehi in the deep end is risky, but hey, he's got all the Premier League experience. This is now going to be our biggest test so far. We've had a perfect start, but now we're facing against the team that are top of the Premier League. Definitely the best team in England right now. But if we can get a win here, it could completely turn our season around. Probably get us back in the title fight, so this is huge. Massive decision as well to put Guehi straight into the team after signing him. Oh, Victor Gyökeres has been given so much space. Guehi, he can't run. What's happened here? Victor Gyökeres shoots, but Alisson with the save. But Arsenal just keep coming at us. Trossard now, VVD with the challenge. Is that a pen? No, it isn't. Oh, this pressure from Arsenal is crazy, and Trossard gives them the lead. Bro, Frimpong is going to get a stern telling off by Sidinho in training tomorrow. Okay, here's Mo Salah trying to do something, looking for a good pass for Szoboszlai. Let's go, we're back in the game. Imagine if we had swapped Szoboszlai for Guehi. I'm glad we didn't do that. Bro, I can already feel Sidinho losing more hair, bro.
A few minutes later.
Odegaard looking for a pass inside for Subimendi. I didn't even see his run. I was busy marking Saka. Ekitike isn't having the best of games. We're going to bring on Isak. Gakpo as well, a player I haven't used. We got to try something here, because if we lose to Arsenal, we might be out of the title race. Well, before I even make the substitutions, we might be getting cooked. Well, Alisson does really well there. We're about to concede again. Unbelievable, man. This Arsenal team. What has Mikel Arteta cooked? Are they about to score again from that angle? Are you joking? Well, I guess this is the first time Sidinho faces a serious opposition as a manager, and he gets absolutely schooled. Bro, and in the post-match presser, Mikel Arteta was asked about Sidinho becoming the new Liverpool manager.
Honestly, I can't believe how Liverpool sacked a Premier League title-winning manager in Arne Slot and hired this nobody. But hey, I'm happy. It'll make it easier for us to win the league.
The disrespect there from Arteta, but the truth is, after how bad that performance was, we really have nothing to say. Wait a minute. Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Xabi Alonso is front-runner to become Liverpool boss next season. Bro, Sidinho has only just joined. One bad game against the best best team in the league, and look at the response. Now, we do still have a contract until the end of the season, but I think Cedinho is going to be under tremendous pressure from all the media, the Xabi Alonso circus, because I think even Real Madrid are unhappy with him. And looks like another L Cedinho is taking is around Konate. We simply couldn't convince him to renew. And of course, I had no way to convince Konate. Real Madrid was the club trying to poach him. And you know what's crazy? We were forced to sell him for like 20 million. And because of that, we don't really have the money to sign anyone else. I'm just glad we managed to bring in Mark Guehi. For now, we've got to turn our focus to the Champions League, where right now we're 11th. Arne Slot has put us in a tough spot, because getting top 8, I think, is the most important in the Champions League. It lets you skip the playoffs. And to be honest, we can still do it. If we win our last couple of games, it's possible. Of course, we don't have Konate, but Mark Guehi is there. Man, it's so frustrating to see the overalls of our players, man. They've taken such a big hit. Just clocked that this is Cedinho's debut as a Champions League manager. And we really need to put back that terrible result against Arsenal, because otherwise the Xabi Alonso rumors are just going to keep getting crazy. Oh, here we go now. This is looking nice. Water ball. That was for Ekitike. Where's he shooting? It's crazy how Liverpool spent crazy money on both Isak and Ekitike, yet I don't find either of them being super clinical. One thing about this tactical setup is that we just don't have pace on the wings, and that does end up really hurting us. But hey, with the players Liverpool have right now, I feel like this is the best system. And right now, Ekitike has done really well, and he's got the finish, linking up nicely with Mo Salah. Oh, looking for Szoboszlai, and here he goes. Maybe he could take one from distance. We know he's got a great strike. Keeper saves. Okay, Marseille, can you stop that? No, Van Dijk, what are you doing? Alisson, what a save. Bro, I've been trying to maybe put Mamardashvili as a starter, but every time I play Alisson, he just makes those kind of ridiculous saves. But I think soon we're going to have to make a decision. In fact, there are so many decisions that we need to make. Whether we trust Isak or Ekitike. What do we do with our tactical system not having much pace? Maybe you guys can help with all of this in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe as well to the channel, because I think this Liverpool career mode is going to be epic. One thing about Frimpong I will say is that his pace is crazy as he creates this chance. Keeper saves, but Salah, right place, right time. I feel like this is the only way we can get the best out of Salah, making him kind of a goal poacher. Because hey, as Jamie Carragher says, his legs are gone. But this way, Salah is helping us get crucial results. Now, we've got one last Champions League game left. It's against Karabakh. I don't even know which country they're from. But why is Guehi completely dead in terms of stamina? We're going to have to play Joe Gomez. But anyways, I think we've got this locked in. It should be an easy Liverpool win, and it is. With that, boys, we have secured top 8 in the league phase. That is perfect. Also, a few good results in the Premier League has put us third. Just 7 points off the top. It would be crazy to write us off from the title race. We're still in it. And with all of this, I am seeing the Xabi Alonso rumors cool off. But on deadline day, there are different kind of rumors. In fact, more concrete ones. Because we've got a massive offer for Mo Salah from Saudi Arabia. That's right, boys. Al Hilal wants Salah to be their poster boy, and they're willing to pay 80 million for him. That too for an 86 rated Salah, who is only going to get worse. Is it time for us to say goodbye? I know without Salah, we're going to have to re-engineer our team, figure stuff out, and we're going to have to do it quick because only 10 hours on deadline day. And you know what? We never know what kind of ego issues we're going to have to deal with Salah. Right now, he's scoring goals in my system, so he's happy. But if things go haywire, you know he's going to get really angry and maybe give an interview or something. This is such a tough call. And for an inexperienced manager like Cedinho, there's no winning. I'm sure if he doesn't sell Salah, you've made a massive financial blunder. But if he sells him, fans are going to be like, we didn't respect a great legend. I think Cedinho's going to need your guys' help. What does he do with this Mo Salah offer? I mean, are we going to be able to put up a title fight without Mo? Competing in the Champions League without Mo? That's the big question. And who are we going to bring in as a replacement? This is not going to be an easy decision to make. Cedinho is now the new Liverpool manager. He worked really hard getting his coaching licenses, studying Pep Guardiola. Okay, why would you try and Google how to become a coach? Wait a minute, bro, he's just Googling himself. Cedinho's ego really knows no bounds.
What gave you the confidence? Delusion.
But so far as the Liverpool boss, things are going well. He's come up with a new tactical system, and surprisingly, he's getting the best out of Mo Salah. Although football management is already taking a toll, Cedinho is officially losing hair. Bro, in just a month of football management, we're seeing Cedinho's receding hairline. Bro's gonna be bald so soon at this rate. Actually, Cedinho might lose all of his hair right now itself because he's got one of his biggest ever decisions. There's an offer from the Saudi League, Al Hilal in particular. They want Mo Salah, and we're 10 hours to go on deadline day. This is Cedinho's decision to make. His first big call as a manager. Okay, boys, I'm really confused on what we should do. Yes, Mo Salah's overall has been crushed this year. He had a big ego battle with Arne Slot. But you know what, guys? For us, he's been scoring goals. We are playing him in that striker position. At the same time, he is 33. We're getting an 80 million offer from Al Hilal. I mean, if we don't take it now, I'm sure that amount is going to be halved in the following seasons. The thing is, I feel like we're going to need Mo Salah if we want to compete for the Premier League title. We're 7 points off Arsenal, but we are in the fight. When it comes to the big Champions League knockout games as well, we will need Salah's impact. And you know what? Maybe we need a bit of advice from you guys. I think selling Salah is a better option to choose. You generate cash from a player who's only going to dip in his overall. That, to be honest, is kind of my thinking as well. You look at Salah's value, it's 53 million, and we're getting 80 million for him. I mean, just from a financial standpoint, it seems like a no-brainer. You can also then change your system to a 4-5-1 where Connor and Frimpong can both play. Also, Gakpo can get back into the team. And honestly, boys, that is very true. If we do sell Mo Salah, we can shift out our formation into something different, gives us more options. Because right now, we are playing this system because we need to fit Mo Salah in. Of course, it gives us the option to then trust Alexander Isak, who, come on, man, he's one of Liverpool's most expensive signings. Probably their most expensive. What kind of a look does it give to have him on the bench? Well, right now, boys, it's time to make my decision, and I've just called in Mo Salah. He probably thinks we're going to renew his contract, but I hate to break it to Mo. We're shipping you to Saudi. I know he's a club legend, boys, but it's time for us to move on. This is the Cedinho Liverpool project, and there you go, boys. Mo Salah has actually gone in an Al Hilal kit. Kind of hurts, man, but hey, Cedinho had to make this decision. Although the entire media is now turning on Cedinho, criticizing his decision to sell a player like Mo Salah on deadline day. In fact, Liverpool fans are already calling for Cedinho to resign. Honestly, I'm not surprised by such a reactionary response from the fans. Salah evokes an emotion among the fans. The only way we can get the fans to back Cedinho again is by getting results. But before that, we're still on transfer deadline day, and I think we should look into spending some of that Mo Salah money. Hang on a minute, guys. Our budget is only 58 million, and I think it was 18 million before the Salah deal. Bro, we only got half the money. Well, it seems like the board has just informed me that the Al Hilal deal, it's going to be paid in installments. I'll get the remaining 40 million next season. If I knew that before, it would have definitely impacted my decision on whether to sell Salah or not. I feel like the board have duped me. They wanted to sell Salah to just get the money anyways. Now, with Mo Salah gone, I wanted to switch to a 4-2-1-3 system, because that way we can get Gakpo involved again. I know he's really good. Ekitike as a central striker, maybe even Isak, because he might really thrive in such a role. But it gives Wirtz the freedom as well. But it kind of rests on us signing a really good right winger. I guess with 58 million, we gotta try and pull something off. Oh, but it's deadline day as well. And what am I seeing here? An offer from Man City for Gravenberch? Bro, the fans will literally force me to resign if I sell a player to Man City. Absolutely rejecting this. Do you know what, guys? I think I know a way to get the fans off my back by signing a player like Karim Adeyemi. Look at that pace. And because he's only 82 rated, I think we'll be able to afford him. Now, I know he's going to be compared to Mo Salah, and it's very unfair, but I really think with that pace, he's got the rocket ship play style as well. He could be a master stroke by Cedinho. I mean, already in this window, we've signed Guehi, who's been a bit of a success. And I think we got to follow it up with Karim the Dream Adeyemi. I'm going to straight up put a 38 million pound offer, and they're willing to accept it pretty much. That's good, man. The negotiations weren't intense, because I'm sure that would have led to Cedinho balding even more. Now, I straight up threw the money bags on Adeyemi, doubling his wages. No chance for him to reject the contract. And there you go, boys. An eventful deadline day is finally complete. Adeyemi is now a Liverpool player, the heir to Mo Salah in a way. I just realized Adeyemi's basically got the same hairstyle Salah had way back. That's a sign. The transfer deadline day is finally over, and this is kind of what we're left with until the end of this season. Let's put Adeyemi into that starting 11. What are the boys doing in training? Bajkatic and Curtis Jones suffered injuries during a training session. Wow, Curtis Jones has got a sprained ankle. He'll be out for 3 weeks. Bro, it's even worse for Bajkatic. He's out for like a month. By the way, this isn't a surprise. Even the media was criticizing how poorly run Cedinho's training sessions are. But somebody even leaked Cedinho's halftime team talks? No way, man. Bro is just showing his own goals at halftime to his players. Bro, he's making Kirkes literally lock in to just see his goals. What is Cedinho up to?
Now it's your turn.
being an unserious manager like this is definitely not going to work for Cedinho, especially now that he's facing Pep Guardiola's Man City, his idol. Also, boys, if we want to get back in the title race, we need to win this. Otherwise, Arsenal are just going to keep running away with things. Oh, but early chance for Man City with Phil Foden looking for a pass and Mamouche almost. Look at Pep give instructions, man. And Cedinho out here is just aura farming. What? Oh, that's a good ball. Adeyemi went for it, but he's not really tall enough. This is our first game, by the way, without Mo Salah, and I do feel his absence. Oh, and Van Dijk. No. That was horrible. A booking as well. Bro, if Van Dijk defends like that, we're going to have to ship him to Saudi as well. Haaland's now got a penalty, and he never misses pens. I mean, that was just perfect. Honestly, boys, I did not like Ekitike as a lone striker. I'm going to try something. Ekitike on the left. I think with the pace he's got, he can play there. Isak up top. Tactically, we can have Ekitike as an inside forward, but I kind of want Adeyemi to be like a winger to give me width. Come on, now we're going to see the tactical prowess of Cedinho. Let's see if the changes he's made can cook. Ekitike now on the ball, looking to link up with Isak, who's holding up the play. Back to Ekitike. That's brilliant football. Maybe these two can play together. Also, I would say a genius decision from Cedinho. By the way, we're also now seeing the best of Florian Wirtz. Look at him glide here, play those passes. I think we've got our tactics spot on, but I don't think a draw is going to be enough if we want to get back in the title race. We're going to need more. Adeyemi putting it back inside for Isak, holding up the play. No, we couldn't connect. Phil Foden coming forward. Oh, that's a big mistake from Alisson. We're lucky it didn't cost us. It might still end up costing us. Renders misses. Virgil van Dijk. Guehi. We're moving the ball here. Last attack of this game. Who can maybe provide something? Florian Wirtz. Can he maybe deliver this ball into the box? No, Isak couldn't get there. That's full time. Not gonna lie, boys. This was a valiant effort against City. I think Cedinho showed his tactical ability in a game like this against Pep. But wait a minute, guys. Arsenal have done the most Arsenal thing ever. They've completely bottled it. In fact, it's now Man City leading the title race, 4 points ahead of us. But the gap now is only 4 points. If we can keep winning and putting the pressure, we might still be in the title race. You know what? I want to continue testing out both Isak and Ekitike together, because I think we can really make them work. Also, the one thing about this new system, Szoboszlai misses out. I think I will start him in this game instead of Wirtz, but we got to figure out a system where both Wirtz and Szoboszlai can shine. Let me know in the comments if you lot have any ideas. Also, subscribe while you're down there. I'm really enjoying this Liverpool series, and hopefully you guys are too. Before this game, though, I'm getting a message from Mamardashvili. I was told I would be the #1 goalkeeper, but that's not the case here. You're starting Alisson. Now, I don't mind competition, but I at least deserve a chance. Otherwise, next season, you can speak to my agent. Now, I didn't like the attitude with which Mamardashvili came to me, but in a way, he's right. We have been preferring Alisson so far, but if I have to look into the future of Liverpool, I think it might be the play to just start Mamardashvili now, kind of phase out Alisson, because he's only going to get older. There's a reason Liverpool have signed him, and I think we got to do it right now. Let's start giving Mamardashvili chances, because I don't want him leaving. Bro, Wolves literally have a giant up top. Who is this Tolu guy? And Strand Larsen is big as well. I'm a bit worried against this Wolves attack, bro. But Mamardashvili, he's got it covered. That was probably the easiest save he'll make in his career. But here we go now on the attack with Isak setting things up for Ekitike. I see Wirtz in the box. He's made a good run. Controls that somehow. How is the keeper saved that? Wait a minute. Wasn't I supposed to play Szoboszlai in this game? Why is Wirtz starting? Well, I guess we'll just bring on Szoboszlai in the second half then. Adeyemi using his pace, making the runs. If he can bring it inside, this is good. Adeyemi, what a finish. He is not going to be like Mo Salah. He's a very different player, but he's still going to bring something super unique to this Liverpool team. I feel like Wirtz is really trying too hard. He feels the pressure coming from Szoboszlai. And actually, let's bring on Szoboszlai for the second half. And yes, Szoboszlai making a lovely run in behind. Can he finish though? Of course he can. This has got me even more confused, boys, between Wirtz and Szoboszlai. Regardless, this healthy competition is working for the team. Another Premier League win. How have Arsenal completely bottled like this, man? I've got no idea. They've literally got the same points as us. That's the impact of Cedinho, bro. With Arne Slot, Liverpool was 7th. And look at where they are now in that title race. Still 4 points behind Man City, but we can still put up a fight. For now, though, we've got the Champions League to worry about. It's the round of 16. Dortmund is a tricky cheeky tie. To be fair, though, we got a way better draw than Man City. They're going to be struggling against Bayern. Cedinho is now giving a press conference, but who let this stat merchant ask a question? Last match, Wirtz completed 9 passes with an accuracy of 53%. Do you feel Wirtz can do any better than that? Not gonna lie, bro. 53% accuracy is awful. That's almost the same odds as a coin toss. I'm gonna humble Wirtz, bro. He better start passing better. Is it fair to assume Alisson will have a tough game on his hands? We'll just downplay Alisson because he ain't playing, bro. That's right. One decision we have made is Mamadashvili is gonna be the starter. Also, I'm gonna continue trying out Ekitike and Isak up top. And after seeing Wirtz's pass accuracy, I think I'm gonna play Szoboszlai. I do feel for Adeyemi. In just like a month of joining his new club, he's gonna be facing his former club Dortmund. Set piece chance, and we know Szoboszlai is really good at putting the ball in. And Virgil van Dijk, what a header! Maybe we won't consider shipping him to Saudi because Van Dijk is still him. Oh, what a challenge from Gravenberch. That's the spirit we need at Liverpool. Uh-oh, we have been exposed there, Julian Brandt. But oh, they've completely messed up. We should be able to clear it easy. Oh, and now I'm sending it through to Adeyemi. There's no catching him. He's so freaking quick. Adeyemi, 1v1. No. How did that not go in? Where's goal line technology? Okay, this is the moment of truth. Adeyemi goes for it. It comes off the crossbar. And it does not cross the line. Nowhere near. Isak, his hold-up play is good, but he's not getting goals. That's the only problem I have with him right now, though. If Adeyemi can score, it can sort things out for us. What a finish. Not gonna lie, boys. With Adeyemi, I'm not feeling the absence of Salah. And there's the full-time whistle. Champions League night. Cedinho unfazed. We've now got the second leg, but I'll be honest. With the 2-goal lead, I think the job is mostly done. In fact, I'm so freaking confident I'm gonna put Rio and Gumoa in here. Let's give him a run out. There's absolutely no way Dortmund are overturning this. Like this, it's not possible. Oh, okay. They almost did it, but we managed to hold on. For a second, I thought Dortmund actually pulled it off, but nope. Through we go to the quarterfinals. Well, the draw for the Champions League quarterfinals has been made, and it's Real Madrid. No freaking way. And this is even more spicy because remember Trent Alexander-Arnold? He kind of betrayed Liverpool, left as a villain to Real Madrid, and things really haven't worked out well for him there. He's barely getting game time. I don't even know if he's going to be a starter against us, but you bet when he visits Anfield, the crowd is going to go crazy. But you know what? Cedinho's got something else in his mind. If Liverpool get knocked out Real Madrid, maybe that could be a way to convince Trent to come back. The question is, would we even want Trent back? Because we already have Frimpong, but I'll be honest, what Trent can offer us here, I don't think any other player in the world can. I guess this tie against Real Madrid will not only decide our season, but possibly our transfer policy for the next one. Arne Slot had left this Liverpool team in a complete mess. But ever since Cedinho came in as the manager, things have completely changed. Liverpool are back in the title race. Champions League 2, we've made it to the quarters. Now, yes, the Gaffer has made some controversial decisions like selling Mo Salah. But hey, for what it's worth, he also did post a lovely goodbye message for Salah. I always saw a bit of myself in him.
You're kidding, right?
Okay, no way is Cedinho comparing himself to Salah. But anyways, he managed to then sign players like Mark Guehi and Karim Adeyemi to replace Salah. And also, he's managed to instill a level of discipline in this Liverpool team that nobody has ever seen before. Okay, yeah, this kind of discipline I don't think this sport has ever seen. Cedinho is out here handing McDonald's before the match. He says it's high protein. What kind of a coach is he? Do you know what? Maybe the Big Macs are working because look where we are in the Premier League. We weren't supposed to be in this title race. Arne Slot had left us in 7th. But look how far we've climbed. City do have a game in hand, but I think we can fight back here. First, though, we've got a huge Champions League night at the Bernabeu. And a lot of the conversation surrounding this game has been around Trent Alexander-Arnold. According to Spanish media, he's not really enjoying his football in Spain. And there have been rumors linking him to join us. In fact, I asked you guys whether we should bring back Trent. But looks like you guys are ruthless, man. Calling Trent a traitor. Nobody wants him back. And I guess this will be an opportunity for us to teach him a lesson to not betray Liverpool. And no way, Cedinho has already sent a message in the pre-match press conference. I will make Trent regret leaving us.
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
Now, for a big Champions League night like this, I've got to make decisions. So far, what we've been doing is having Isak up top, Ekitike on the left, and that's actually been working, but I do feel like it's not going to work against the top team. We're going to be left completely open defensively. I think I am going to need Gakpo to track back a little bit. In fact, I don't even think Gakpo is that kind of a player. I know Wirtz can play down the left. Do I try this, playing Wirtz on the left, Szoboszlai in the midfield? And of course, we will have to start Ekitike because I think he's the better player than Isak, at least for now. I know Isak isn't going to be happy to get benched for a Champions League game like this, but the final call is the gaffers. Oh man, I'm up against Xabi Alonso as well, who, by the way, is the manager rumored to replace me at Liverpool if this season I can't deliver. Bro, so I feel like if I get knocked out here, there's a good chance I could get replaced next season by Xabi Alonso. And that would be probably the worst ending to any career mode I've ever done. So yeah, we need to get done with Real Madrid. We can't afford to get knocked out. Oh, but the fact that they've got Mbappe, although Gravenberch did well to start things. So Boslai, we're trying Verts down this left side, and let's see if it works. His dribbling is awesome. Finds space to shoot, gets blocked. He couldn't get the ball then. Oh, how has Vinny gone through there? Big save from Mamadashvili. By the way, I am liking having Verts on this left side. It's a lot easier to control the game, but it does leave us a bit open in the attack because Wirtz is not really our direct winger. No, I made a big mistake there. I took out Bellingham there. That was the most cynical challenge I've ever seen. Only a yellow for that. We'll take it. By the way, I didn't even check his Trent in the lineup. I don't think he is. I don't see Trent anywhere. Mbappe going for goal. Okay, now Trent is starting. I didn't notice him. In that case, I do feel like it's a mistake having Wirtz because he's not going to really take Trent on. Maybe second half we'll have to bring on Gakpo. No, what a mistake. Big save, but Vinny on the rebound. Horror show defending from us. It's halftime, boys, and I've just got to hold my hands up and say I've made a tactical blunder. We shouldn't have played Wirtz on the left side in this game. I'm going to put him back at cam, and we'll bring on Gakpo. I need pace to attack Trent because I feel that way we can expose him. Right now, we are struggling to deal with Vinny Jr. with his tricks, and he looks for the cutback to Ameni. Van Dijk is getting spun, but brilliant defending. And now Florian Wirtz. This is where I need to play the ball for Gakpo. Trent is in no man's land. That's what I was talking about. The ball in for Ekitike, and there's the equalizer. Tactical blunder in the first half, but we've made amends, and look at the results. That's what Cidinho does. Now Karim Adeyemi with all the pace in the world. Goes for goal, but Courtois saves. How is Mbappe just broken the offside line? He's completely through. Kylian Mbappe. Man, he knows it's a World Cup here, and World Cup Mbappe is just unstoppable. Okay, we keep attacking though with Karim the Dream Adeyemi. Still Adeyemi here, looking for a shot. Go sprint. Courtois, you're insane. Maybe Gravenberch from the edge of the box. I know he can shoot, but no, he can't. No matter what happens, we cannot afford to concede another goal. Stop them no matter what. Kirkes does well. No, Vinny, no. We stop it with Guehi. Brilliant. And full time, man. We had to survive there at the end. It's not over, though. I know we lost 2-1, but at Anfield, you know 90 minutes is a long time, and that stadium has seen a lot bigger comebacks. We can do this. It was now time to gear up for the big second leg at Anfield. But I didn't expect to be under media frenzy. And that's because Alexander Isak has made a scathing post on social media. I don't believe in Mr. Cidinho's decision to bench me. I'm literally the best striker at the club. It shows his lack of ball knowledge that he benched me in such a big game like this and lost. Bro, is Isak wanting to wage war with me? Yes, I benched him, but that doesn't mean he needs to react like this. And now all the media is doing is asking me what I'm going to do with Isak. Bro, one game I benched Isak and look at him react like this. I mean, we should have known he was kind of like this at Newcastle as well when he wanted to get his transfer. But now I've got to make a stand. Otherwise, Cidinho as a manager is just going to get humiliated. Isak ain't going to be playing, bro. We can't do it. I think I am going to start Gakpo again. We'll have Wirtz playing too. Ekitike, by the way, I think is the actual best striker in the club. We'll play him. This is not the situation I wanted going into the biggest game of the season so far at Anfield, facing Real Madrid in a quarterfinal. And all everyone's talking about is Isak's future. For now, let's just focus on the pitch. We've got enough talent to overturn this. Remember, boys, Xabi Alonso is still looming over my job. And the board expects us to win both the Premier League and the Champions League this year. Even the FA Cup. It's one of the craziest boards I've ever worked with. So yeah, we don't want to be getting knocked out this early. Oh, Trent, what a challenge that. He never defended like that for Liverpool. Yo, Gakpo, man. Based on what I'm seeing next season, I think we need to invest in a proper left winger. Someone like Sadio Mane from back in the day. But yeah, I don't know if there is going to be a next season based on our performances right now. Let's just try and do what we can. Gakpo doing well to find Ekitike. The touch is good. The finish is even better. Hugo Ekitike. He is the man. Just like that, boys. We're back in this tie. And now everyone's going to just shut up about the Isak stuff. I think we can knock Real Madrid out from here. They're not looking all that great, and I'm sure if we do that, the pressure from Xabi Alonso will be gone. At least we won't be getting replaced by him. Oh, Adeyemi's pace. How do you even stop that as he looks for a ball for Ekitike? Again, it's Hugo. How does he keep doing this, man? Isak should be ashamed thinking that he's the best striker in this club. It's clearly Hugo Ekitike.
That's a good pass for a backup quarterback, for sure. For sure.
That's definitely the future of this franchise.
The future backup. Yes, sir.
Just like that, we've overturned the deficit. I don't think there's anything that can stop us now. Well, there is Kylian Mbappe, and yeah, we've got to be careful of him. He scored again. 3-3 on aggregate now. We're getting a Champions League classic here. Okay, those were the worst touches I've ever seen, man. What is Spurs doing? Nah, I think we got to bring on Szoboszlai now. No, no, no. That's a crazy ball. Mamardashvili heads it away. It's still with Real Madrid and Bellingham. We got to make the tackle. We can't with Mamardashvili. Remember, boys, Alisson was our starting goalkeeper for quite a while, but Mamardashvili made a stand. He said he will leave if we don't make him a starter. We have made him a starter, and he is delivering. But he might need to deliver again. Mbappe! No! Mamardashvili did everything there, but Mbappe is so annoying. Guys, there's just 10 minutes to go, and I can't seem to find an answer here. In fact, Vinny has gone through. I think he's off. He is off, but we're not creating anything in the attack. I would have loved to bring on Isak here, but if I do that, Cidinho is not going to have any self-respect. Full time, boys, and I can't believe it. We were in such a good position to knock Real Madrid out, and we threw it away. And that is Cidinho's inexperience at display. And you know, one man that's super happy right now is Alexander Isak. Whatever he said has kind of come true. We did, in fact, make a blunder by not starting him. Maybe things would have gone differently. Mistakes were definitely made. And already in the post-match press conference, I'm being asked questions about Xabi Alonso replacing me. At this rate, Cidinho is going to lose even more hair. The board aren't going to be happy about this at all, boys. My job security is insecure right now. All we can try and do is win the Premier League, win the FA Cup, but it ain't looking good for Cidinho. City do have the big advantage. I guess all we can do is focusing on winning, and right now we've got the Merseyside derby. And actually, boys, since I'm not enjoying Gakpo and I'm kind of beefing with Isak, maybe it makes sense to give Rio and Gumoha more chances. Let's try him out down the left. And I like the energy I'm seeing from young Rio as he links up well with Adeyemi. We see Frimpong making a run as well. Here he goes. Frimpong. What was that for a shot? He literally passed it to Pickford. McAllister looking for Adeyemi. That's brilliant. And there's the goal in the Merseyside derby. No, 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 Mamardashvili, that is insane. I think, boys, the decision we made to make Mamardashvili number one, we should have done it earlier because he is insane. Oh, I see that run from Ekitike, and I didn't know Adeyemi had that ball in his locker. He's completely through on goal, takes his time, and a cool, calculated finish. 3 points secure in the derby. Oh, and Man City just lost to Arsenal. Bro, we might actually be back in the title race. We've got the same amount of points as Arsenal, although our goal difference is shocking. But even City have got the same points as us, but a game in hand. 5 games to go. I feel like anything can happen in the Premier League. But right now, though, we've got to turn our attentions to the FA Cup. Chelsea in the semi-finals. The positive thing is that if we get through Chelsea, I think we're going to have a relatively easier final against Leeds or Newcastle. By the way, I've just received a message from the board. They want me to make a decision on Alexander Isak, whether he's going to stay or leave. And I think that's because the club basically want to recoup the money spent on Isak. I mean, he was literally signed for over £125 million. I think we will transfer list him, bro. We'll take the cash from Isak. I've had a falling out with him. I trust Ekitike more. You guys have seen what he can do. And so far, my plan next season is to maybe get in a new left winger, have that player, Ekitike and Adeyemi, form a trio, and with that, there's not going to be a spot for Isak. Now, the FA Cup might be the perfect place to keep giving Rio and Gumoha a chance. Apart from that, I want to rotate the team so Szoboszlai can come in. My boy Curtis Jones can play as well. Joe Gomez, Connor Bradley. And here we go, boys, at Wembley, FA Cup semi-finals. Because of how we got knocked out in the Champions League, this game really matters. We need to try and win the cup. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. João Pedro through and Chelsea have taken the lead. This is not the start I was expecting. Oh, Ekitike's managed to break through. He's too good, but how has Garnaseki saved that? If there was ever a time for Szoboszlai to put in a solid delivery, that's it. Van Dijk, too good. We needed that equalizer. No, 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 no. Cole Palmer. Nope. How did we give him so much space? Mamardashvili, but on the rebound. It's always a rebound, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Just before halftime, Adeyemi's space is ridiculous, but he can't finish. Why are we defending like this, man? Honestly, how did we let Cole Palmer score that? Gonna have to bring off Rio. He's not having the best of games. We'll bring on Wirtz. Curtis Jones is injured as well. McAllister's gonna have to come on. I need Frimpong for a bit of pace as well. Okay, we need Wirtz to really do something here. It's a really tough angle, but he's done so well. What a shot, but how is the Chelsea keeper saving everything? Adeyemi done brilliantly there. Should get us 1 goal back, but is there enough time? But nope, there isn't enough time. Out of the FA Cup we go as well. We just got humiliated in the Champions League and now in the FA Cup too. Somewhere Isak is having the time of his life. I can't lie, boys. I'm now even more worried about our job. If we don't win the Premier League, it might be all over. Sidinho's first managerial job is going to end up with him getting sacked. To start with, though, we're getting offers for Alexander Isak. It's from Arsenal. To be honest, they've already got Gyökeres, so I don't think Isak's going to be much of an upgrade, especially since his overall has been downgraded to 84. I'm just going to take the 71 million, bro. We'll have a lot of money next season if this goes through, especially with the 40 million we should be getting from the Salah deal. Actually, even Spurs want to sign him. Let there be a bidding war for Isak. I don't care. Just get me the money. Meanwhile, guys, I've now got a bit of hope coming through from the Premier League. Man City have dropped points, which means as things stand, if we win our game, we'll go level with them on points. They'll still have the goal difference advantage, but we're back in the fight. But you know what? I feel like our tactics have just gotten exposed. They're not working. And I think I want to try out something a bit more balanced, like a 4-1-4-1. Now, hear me out, boys. We can have Ekitike play up top, Wirtz on the left side, and then we can have Szoboszlai and McAllister play as centre mids, getting more involved in the attack. Adeyemi on the right. I think this is a lot more balanced. I mean, when things aren't working, I've got to freshen things up. And already I'm liking this formation. Wirtz has managed to get in behind nicely. Szoboszlai now grabbing Birchen acres of space. He can't get a shot off, though. Although maybe Adeyemi can, and oh, that was so close. Oh, man, Sidinho's hairline, it gets worse every time I look at it. Ekitike has managed to break through there. The shot saved. Szoboszlai, lovely pass for Florian Wirtz, who's managed to go through here. Can he go for the cutback? He can. Szoboszlai with the finish. In this new system, we might see both of them link up and perform. Oh, this is looking bad. Mbuemo has now gotten through, and oh, Guehi put his body on the line, but again, a rebound. I might have another crash out moment, bro, because this is getting ridiculous. Guys, if we drop points here, it's going to get really hard to get back into the title race. Frimpong looking for the cross for Ekitike. He controls it well. The touch. Oh, the finish. This time we get the rebound, cheese. It feels so good now that it went our way. Oh, we could wrap this game up now with Ekitike. Oh, he made that look so easy. Duped the goalkeeper there. We needed that result, bro. It keeps us in the fight. Meanwhile, Alexander Isak has made the decision to go to Spurs. I thought he would choose Arsenal, but he didn't want to compete with Gyökeres by the looks of it. I don't mind that. I don't think Spurs are really a threat, but that's the Isak saga done. I don't really have to worry about him anymore. What I do need to worry about is Chelsea. They knocked us out of the FA Cup, and now we need to beat them in the Premier League. Also, this is kind of our last difficult game in the Premier League. After that, Palace, Aston Villa, Brentford, those are all winnable games. If we beat Chelsea here at Anfield, I think we've got a great shot at winning the Premier League. Oh, what a ball that is for Ekitike, and here he goes, completely through on goal. Come on, man. We're in the fight for a title. We can't afford to waste chances like that. Okay, but Florian Wirtz is still doing really well. Still Florian Wirtz. How has he pulled that off? We're finally seeing the Bayer Leverkusen version of Wirtz. Maybe that left midfield position is where he can really shine. Clear the ball away, clear the ball away, clear the ball away. We can't afford to concede. Just clear it away. Gravenberch, he does the job. Low Wirtz. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Adeyemi, who puts it in back for Ekitike, and that's the goal that should wrap this game up against Chelsea. 19 in the Premier League for Ekitike, and we do end up securing the win. And look at that, boys. Arsenal have kind of gotten out of the title race. We're 2 points clear of them with the game in hand. Right now, it's only Man City that we need to be worried about. I think against Palace, our team should have things covered. And they do. We get a 3-0 win. Now this title race is basically about who messes up. And okay, we keep doing our job. A massive win against Villa. And City have dropped points. Let's go. That means as long as we don't lose against Brentford, we should be winning the Premier League. Bro, this is kind of crazy, because remember where Liverpool were when we took on the job? 7th. Arsenal were clear in the Premier League race, but Sidinho with his tactical brilliance, his man management, and here we are on the cusp of now winning the league. In fact, I need to do this so I can keep my job. Now, because of goal difference, if we lose and City win, they're gonna win the league. So at the bare minimum, we need a draw, but let's focus on getting the win, bro. It's a real chance to win the Premier League here. No, not this way. Come on, Guehi, good job. Honestly, I think changing to a 4-1-4-1 formation kind of really unlocked things, because now we're even getting the best out of players like McAllister. But Brentford here, they're no pushover side. They are gonna put up a real challenge here. We need to defend well, which we are doing. I feel like all we need is that first goal, just to ease the pressure, and it may come now with Ekitike holding on to the ball. Oh, the turn, but he couldn't get his shot off. Oh, Szoboszlai gets super lucky there, and he manages to convert. As things stand, Liverpool are going to be champions of England. McAllister, look at us keep the ball, man. I'm telling you, this new formation It's got this Liverpool team playing incredible football. I wish we thought of this against Real Madrid. Maybe things would have gone differently. Oh, Adiemi. Oh, what a finish. And I think it's over. The Premier League title is going to stay at Anfield. And there's Cedinho. Look at him being nonchalant, not caring that he's just won the Premier League. But yes, indeed, he has. Liverpool retained their title. And it's all thanks to Cedinho's managerial ability. I mean, to do it after selling Mo Salah, having all the drama with Isak, I think it's pretty darn incredible. VVD lifting the trophy. And I am just being notified by the board that, yes, my contract will be renewed for the following season, but the goal is now the Champions League. If I don't win it, I'm gonna get sacked. But you know what? I think I'm confident we can do it. We've got the team and we're gonna only make it better. Wait a minute, breaking news. Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted that a first-team Liverpool player has decided to leave at the end of this season. Who could this be? Cedinho had no idea that being a football manager was going to be this stressful. I mean, just look at his head. He's balding even more. Bro, the hairline is absolutely gone. And now he's got a bald spot as well.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
And to be honest, I'm not surprised this has happened because the stress Cedinho was under last season, coming in to replace Arne Slot at Liverpool, having to deal with Mo Salah's departure, Isak then wanting to leave because he got benched, and of course the fact that in the Champions League and FA Cup we bottled things. I mean, it was starting to look like Cedinho was going to get the sack, but then with his tactical prowess, he managed to cook in the Premier League, and Liverpool actually won it. But yes, the price we had to pay was heavy. Cedinho has lost half his hair, and this season he might lose all of his hair because the goal is to try and win everything with Liverpool. But there's a lot of work we need to do. First of all, Isak's gone, which means Ekitike is right now the only striker at the club, and we do need to figure out some depth. Also, since we have switched to this 4-1-4-1 formation, we do need a left midfielder, someone with real quality. And I'm sorry, boys, Cody Gakpo, you ain't him. But the major problem we have at hand is that it's been revealed that a first-team player from our club wants to leave. And I'm just getting a message from that player, and I can't believe it's the club captain himself, Virgil van Dijk. And honestly, it's not like he doesn't believe in Cedinho's management or the project. He's 35 now. He knows his best days are behind him, and that's why he wants to move on so to not impact Liverpool's success. Honestly, my respect for VVD has increased tremendously after this. A lot of footballers would have just taken the paycheck, continued to play for us, but he's making a tough decision, and we will abide by it. We will be selling Van Dijk, but yes, that does mean on our transfer targets list, centre-back is going to be top priority. Now, since we did win the Premier League, it does look like the board is backing us, but not as much as I expected. The budget, 160 million, may look good, but don't forget about 75 million of that was directly from the Isak sale. Then another 40 million we got from Mo Salah's sale. So yeah, the budget isn't all that great. But hey, when you've got 160 million, I think it's a bit stupid to be complaining. It should be more than enough for whatever we want to do. First though, I think we need to sort out Van Dijk's departure and just see how much money we can get for him. Okay, one thing's for sure, I am not selling Van Dijk to a rival. In fact, we're not going to entertain any transfers from a Premier League club. And you know what? We have an offer from Barcelona, and I don't mind this. I'm pretty sure it might be Van Dijk's dream to play for Barca. He's probably a big Ronald Koeman fan. And yup, he did not hesitate at all to leave. There goes Virgil van Dijk. No man, Cedinho's hairline, every time I look at it, it just looks horrible. But look at VVD being sent off with a bit of respect from Cedinho. In comparison, this is how Cedinho sent off Isak, doing the L dance on his head. That is just diabolical, man. He's not a serious manager when he does stuff like this. To be honest, bro, Cedinho has earned behaving like that after he won Liverpool the Premier League. Look at him chilling here with this Big Mac and the Premier League trophy. But yeah, the past is the past. The focus is now to prepare this Liverpool team for the season ahead. We've got 3 main transfer targets to start with: centre-back, left mid, and of course, maybe getting a backup striker. I'm now actually thinking we might not need a backup striker because we've got Florian Wirtz. He can play in the striker position. Okay, why does he lose 6 ratings? But nah, I do feel like Wirtz can do a job there. I do want to test it out. So we'll wait to see how that goes before signing a backup striker. I think first we should just focus on getting the Van Dijk replacement because that's the biggest loss we've had this season. Our leader is gone. Don't forget the amount of headers he scored as well last season. All round Van Dijk was so good, and I don't know how we're going to fill that gap. Now, I did have a couple of options like Jarell Harto, but he's more of a left back. Do you know what? I do like Sven Botman, 6'4", 84 rated, probably the closest we could get to a Van Dijk style player. And I think luring him from Newcastle should be an easy job as well. Another option we've got is Ronald Araujo.
He's done it again. He's done it again. That is.
And I quite like this option. At Barcelona, this guy is having the worst time of his life. And I think that's mostly because he can't adapt to Hansi Flick's super highline system. But for us at Liverpool, the way we play, Araujo could be an absolute menace. In fact, I look at his stats and he feels even closer to Van Dijk than Botman. Look at all the play styles he's got. Absolute defensive animal. And I think Liverpool could be the perfect club for him to just revive his career. The only thing that's making me question this Araujo transfer is because I know you guys are going to rinse me in the comments. I know you guys are already typing that I'm a Barca merchant, only signing Barca players. Okay, let me do a fact check. Last season, we signed Adeyemi, Dortmund player, Mark Guehi, Crystal Palace player. I feel pretty realistic signings, to be honest. And even Araujo, with the time he's having at Barcelona, I think it's pretty realistic for him to look for a change. And look at the price he's available for, man. I think we could get him for less than 50 million. And yup, here I am negotiating with Hansi Flick for this transfer. Okay, how does Hansi have most of his hair at this age? Especially with his highline tactics, he should be the baldest man on the planet. Anyways, I'm going in with a £40 million offer. Oh, they've countered with 54. Good thing is we do have cash. I think we can get a deal at 50. Do you know what? I'll just pay the 53.4. Let's get it done with. Shaking hands with Hansi Flick on this deal. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Van Dijk replacement. Okay, I do agree it's definitely a downgrade. But hey, there aren't many centre-backs like VVD. He was one of a kind. I do think in terms of style of play, Araujo is kind of close.
This is football heritage.
Okay, the question now is, who do we make club captain? By the looks of it, so Bosley feels a bit like a leader, so we will give him the armband. By the way, I just realized not a single player in here is from that 2019 Liverpool team that won the Champions League. It is totally a new era. Now, I still need to sign a left midfielder, but for now, we've got the Community Shield final against Chelsea. And I just first want to see where this team is at this season, especially without VVD. And that's why I am going to try out Wirtz up top, just to see how he works, because that could decide whether we need to sign a backup striker or not. On the left, Rio and Gumoha has been showing a lot of promise, up to a 75 overall. Until we sign a new left winger, I think I want to give him a shot. Okay, on paper, our squad is definitely a downgrade from last season. We've replaced Van Dijk with Araujo, Isak's gone, but this is now Sidinho's second year as a coach. He knows more about this team, and I guess we'll see how that results on the pitch. Frimpong having to do a bit of defensive work and does it really well. I mean, last season we were having brief conversations about bringing back Trent. You guys quickly shut that down, and for good reasons, bro, because I really feel like Frimpong is good. Oh, McAllister looking for Frimpong, and he's made a lovely run here, looking for maybe a cutback, finds Wirtz. And I pronounced his name perfectly this time as he scores. That's what I'm telling you, bro. If needed, Wirtz can play in the striker position. Maybe we don't need to sign anyone else for backup here. Do you know what? I feel like that was an important team goal as well. The newer signings of Liverpool, you know, Wirtz and Frimpong showing what they can do. I will say, though, Rio and Gumoha, as good as he is, he's still raw. He makes mistakes, especially compared to Karim Adeyemi, who I know is going to be ruthless down this right flank. As look at him get past Cucurella here, through on goal, and that's a calm, composed finish that should seal the Community Shield for us. And that is how you start a season, with a trophy. I think from that game, one decision has been completely sorted, and that is we don't need a backup striker. Wirtz can perfectly do the job there. Plus, I think most of the time we're going to have Ekitike up top. You know what, guys? I miss Luis Diaz. Why did Liverpool have to sell him? And I think they're regretting that decision because he was such a direct player. He gets the ball and bang, bang, he's always attacking, taking on players. Now, we of course can't sign Luis Diaz back, but that is the kind of player we need here at Liverpool. And I do have a couple of options. Nico Williams is one of them. Bro, you look at the way Nico plays, it feels like he's coded to be a Liverpool player. Super direct, can press a lot. Now, even though this could cost us above like 120 million, maybe upwards of 150, I think it would be worth it. He's also kind of similar to Sadio Mane in playstyle. Now, he's not the only option. We could go with someone like Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. Again, a super direct player. There's Rodrigo as well. He's of course kind of in and out of Real Madrid. To be honest, I feel like Vinny's more likely to leave at this rate than Rodrigo. But regardless, among all these options, I still kind of prefer Nico Williams. Going from Bilbao, it would be a big step up for him. And I think I want to pull the trigger, bro. Let's see if we have the money to pull this off or not. I think if I can put maybe Gakpo in a swap deal, that could be a really smart move. Maybe Gakpo in like 70 mil. Is that going to work? Ooh, they are willing to do the swap deal, but I need to put in 100 million cash. A bit of cheeky negotiations from Sidinho, maybe getting this down to 80 million. Okay, about 91 million. That works for me. And that's more like it, boys. Nico Williams joining defending this Liverpool team. I think he's going to be the superstar of our project. He's probably shocked at seeing Cedinho's bald head. But oh man, look at our attack with Nico Williams. The pace we're going to have with Williams and Adeyemi. Probably the fastest attack in football. And let's test it out, bro. Match day 1 in the Premier League against Manchester United. I really want to try and defend our Premier League title as well this season. I don't want to just focus on the Champions League. That's what we normally do. I want to try and go for a perfect season, a treble. Okay, number 8 does not kind of hit with Nico Williams. We've got to sort out better kit numbers. I guess I'll leave that to you guys. Let me know what kit number should Nico Williams don. Oh, but right now we got to focus on defending Acuna on the ball. We've got him pushed away. Look at Araujo just completely charge forward and it worked. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying this Liverpool career mode, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video as well. And all right, this is the first time I get to see what Nico Williams can do with this pace. Here he is, slowing down to then accelerate again. Maybe looking for a pass backwards, and that was not the best first attack of Nico. But okay, if you fail once, you try again, and that's what Nico Williams is doing as he gets forward here. Tries to shoot, but gets blocked. Surely the third time is going to be the charm. Nico is through. He needs to cut inside, which he's done really well. Can he get the finish? Of course he can. Debut goal for Nico Williams. That's what he can do. One thing about our midfield that I don't like is Wirtz and Szoboszlai together. I don't know if that's a good partnership. I kind of feel like I'm missing McAllister in there because he's more of a controller. But right now, because Man United are so bad, we're kind of fine. Plus, Nico Williams, he is too quick for any defender to handle. Goes for goal. Almost gets a second. Okay, this is bad. How if we let Sesko through in the 90th minute? That is literally the worst possible way we could have started our title defense. I thought things were going perfect, man, until the end. But I guess we are feeling the absence of BVD. But this is the Premier League, man. Being the defending champions is never easy. But okay, there's more drama as well because Alisson has been giving scathing interviews about Cedinho. What do I do now? Do I like isolate and try and sell him? Or do I just terminate his contract? To be honest, we kind of knew this was going to happen. When we chose Mamadashvili over Alisson, he was going to get pissed. But we did that for a reason. We knew he was older. And you know what? Disrespecting the gaffer, Cedinho ain't going to ever tolerate that. Terminating his contract. To be honest, I do think we've got this Jaros guy. I think he should be fine for backup goalkeeper. So yeah, now I am going to terminate his contract. There's a mutual agreement. He's gone. Alisson is gone. Can't believe he's left the club in this way. Could have left like Van Dijk with dignity. Okay, the good news is we do get our first Premier League win of the season. Even against Palace, we get the win. This kind of shows that we've got the team on the right track. It's just the smaller details we're not getting right. We've got Spurs now, and this could be a big test for the team. I want to bench Wirtz and put in McAllister. Come on, if we can get the result here, I think I'll be confident going into the Champions League with this team and even our Premier League title defense. To be honest, we maybe are worrying a bit too much. It was a draw against Man United. It can always happen like that. But right now we're seeing what Nico Williams can do. It's incredible. Keeper saves but cleared away on the rebound. I will say that, bro. The directness of Nico Williams, we didn't have that last season. That's going to be game-changing. Bro, Szoboszlai is actually insane. I really love him. Oh, that pass for Nico. We're going to square it for Ekitike, who slaps it home. Szoboszlai is not going to get the assist, but the real ones know it was him. Oh, he sat with the chance and I completely forgot we had sold him to Spurs. Of course he scores against us. Look at him celebrate, bro. He's just constantly running and wasting time. I totally forgot that it was Spurs we sold him to. Nah, bro. All that dancing I did on his head when he was leaving, it's coming back to haunt us 1-1. Okay, I need to stay composed, boys, because there's no way we're losing to any sack-led team. There's the ball for Nico Williams. If he can play it in for Ekitike, it's brilliant. Ekitike again can't score. Falls for Adeyemi. Chance for him. Keeper saves again. Gotta say, I do love having McAllister in the midfield. The control he brings is awesome. Maybe a pass as well for Adeyemi. I see Ekitike in the box. Couldn't get ahead. Bro, look at Isak, man. He's showboating at this point. How are we in this situation? Spurs still on the charge here. Maddison on the ball. Get the ball off them now. Isak again. No, he's in a scoring position. We need to put in a tackle. Araujo does really well. And on the counter-attack, here goes Nico Williams. This is our chance. He's got all the pace, but he's not quick enough. Okay, wait, he is. He managed to cut back there really nicely. Ekitike turns, shoots, scores. I think he's onside as well. And yup, the goal has been given. He was onside. And oh man, full time, we do get the win. Isak definitely made Cedinho lose a few more strands of his hair. And is that Xabi Alonso? He's the Spurs coach now. I guess now he won't be after my job. Now, although we won this game, it wasn't convincing. I am not 100% sure where we stand as a team. Are we ready to take on the Champions League? One thing I have realized, though, is that I think we're going to need McAllister in the lineup. Both Wirtz and Szoboszlai. In this system that we're playing, I don't think it works. One of them needs to be a controller, kind of a box-to-box player. And right now, boys, Szoboszlai being our captain, I really like him. And I think Wirtz has got a gist of this because he wants to have a meeting with me to discuss his future. And I don't think this is going to go well. Florian Wirtz has just texted me and this does not look nice. He says that when he joined Liverpool, he was promised to be the main man of the team. But sadly, in Sidinho's Liverpool, he's mostly been given a bench spot. The thing is, in this 4-1-4-1 tactical system that we've got, there's only one spot for an attacking midfielder. And right now, we've given that to our captain, Szoboszlai. And I don't think there's a way we can change our tactics. It won us the Premier League last season, and I think it's going to be key in helping us win the Champions League this year. But the question then is, what do we do with Florian Wirtz? I kind of wanted to use him as a backup cam, a backup striker even, but he's made that evidently clear that he's not going to accept a bench position. And to be honest, he shouldn't as well, because what an incredible player he is. 86 rated, only 23. Szoboszlai is lower rated and older, but I prefer him because he adds a bit more to the defensive side of the game as well. And honestly, I can't make a decision here. One of them, I think, will have to go. And I was reading through your comments as well. Florian Wirtz seems to be too good of a player for us to just let go of. So I think I do have a plan. We've got 8 Champions League games, and I'm thinking for the first 4, we'll play Szoboszlai. We'll see what kind of stats he can rack up. Goals, assists, average match rating. And then for the last 4 Champions League games, we'll have Florian Wirtz starting, and we'll be calculating the same stats as well. It'll be completely fair. We'll compare their head-to-head stats. And on January 28th, once all the Champions League games have been wrapped up, that's when we'll make our decision between Szoboszlai or Wirtz. I think that's the fairest thing we can do. We'll let them decide on the pitch. Meanwhile, though, that hairline of Sidinho ain't improving. I'm thinking he might need to book a flight to Turkey. Yeah, because he needs some crazy hair transplant work, man. But I guess we'll keep that for end of this season. For now, it's going to be time to begin our Champions League campaign. And I'm actually really liking where this team is at right now. The new signings, Ronald Araujo, Nico Williams. I mean, we've literally got probably the fastest attack in football right now. But yeah, as I said, Szoboszlai is going to be playing for the first 4 Champions League games. We'll keep a close eye on how he performs. The thing with Szoboszlai is I kind of feel like he's not going to get more goals and assists than, of course, Wirtz. But that's why I wanted to keep the average match rating as, of course, a thing as well. Because Szoboszlai is that player who'll also track back, help out defensively. So I think the match rating is a key aspect in deciding how he'll play. And what a ball that is, Frankie Dike, onside and a goal. Well, Szoboszlai has just started off with an incredible assist. Oh, Szoboszlai going for goal, but he puts it wide. Bro knows that his position at Liverpool is at stake. He's giving everything. Maybe having this competition between Wirtz and Szoboszlai is the best decision Sidinho has made, because they're going to help us win these Champions League games. And that's the full-time whistle, a 1-0 win against Leverkusen. But most importantly, Szoboszlai gets himself an assist. A 7.6 match rating, and look at his heat map. He was everywhere. By the way, remember we were forced to sell Van Dijk because he wanted to leave? And I'm glad we sold him, because look at the downfall he's having. Barcelona are not happy with him, whereas I'm actually super happy with Ronald Araujo. Him and Guehi are actually incredible at the back. It's match day 2 in the Champions League, and once again we're facing a German team, but I think we do have it covered. And also, once again, the eyes are going to be on Captain Szoboszlai. Let's see what kind of a performance he can put. I'm sure you guys are wondering, why am I doing this battle between Szoboszlai and Wirtz? Why not just play them together, bench McAllister? But I feel like he's a proper controller, bro. We need McAllister. He adds so much balance to the team, and he can play passes like that. We've got Adeyemi here, looks for the cutback, easy goal for Nico Williams. And I know here Adeyemi got the assist, but real ones will know that McAllister was key. Nico Williams looking here for Szoboszlai, who tries to play it back for McAllister, earns a penalty. Oh yeah, he got completely taken out. He's probably lucky he didn't get injured. Should I be taking penalties with Szoboszlai? I mean, he is one of the better penalty takers at the club. In fact, he's got the highest penalty stat. We gotta take it with him. No, I took too much time. That was my fault, boys. I was just looking at the penalty stats of other players. That is so stupid, man.
Get that nigga off my
Right now, come on.
Well, we're not going to hold that against Szoboszlai, I guess, because that was my fault. I know this kind of looks like I'm biased to Wirtz, but trust me, it isn't like that. It was just a silly mistake. Szoboszlai, again, sliding the one through for Ekitike. It was broken through, goes for goal, and that is another assist for Szoboszlai. But look at that, man. Even with the missed penalty, Szoboszlai had an 8.4 match rating, 1 assist. His average rating is now 8 from the 2 games, and he's got a couple of assists. I don't see how Wirtz is going to match this, boys. There's a good chance he might be heading for that exit door. Now, this is interesting. Szoboszlai has matched the overall of Florian Wirtz as well. I'm finding it really difficult on how Wirtz is going to convince me that he's the better player, because Szoboszlai, he's not put a single foot wrong. Well, I guess apart from that penalty, but that was my fault. Oh, by the way, I need to change Nico Williams' kit number. You guys did give me a lot of suggestions. We're going to do that before the next game. McAllister going through on goal all by himself, and he gets the finish. Ekitike just waiting for Nico Williams to continue that run. He does so. And what? Nico, we paid big money for you to do that? Szoboszlai waiting for the run from Nico if he can get there. No. Ooh, this is where Szoboszlai really shines, boys. He's a dead ball specialist. Let's see what kind of a delivery he can put. It's decent, but nobody attacking it. I remember last season when we had VVD, he did get a few assists that way. But yeah, full time, we get the win. But this was definitely Szoboszlai's worst game so far. 7.2 match rating. To be fair, nobody else really delivered. Meanwhile, it's time to face Inter. Final game for Szoboszlai in the Champions League for us. So far, he's on 2 assists with a match rating of 7.7. I feel like that's decent, but I think that is also in the realm of, you know, Florian Wirtz being able to surpass it. That's why I really want to see Szoboszlai take this game into his own hands. Put in a proper shift. Yes, Szoboszlai finding a bit of space, going for goal. Keeper saves. Rebound, Ekitike, but offside. I don't think we can take Inter lightly, because they're good as Marcus Thuramia finds the ball inside for Lautaro. It gets to him, but he misses. I'm actually glad the first half ended, because we were playing horribly. I think I want to spice things up by bringing on Harvey Elliott for McAllister. I know it's a bit of a curveball, but I really want to see what Harvey Elliott is like, because if Wirtz or Szoboszlai, one of them, is forced out of the club, we're going to need Harvey Elliott to fill in those gaps. Szoboszlai now looking for options, but there aren't many runners. Oh, wait, Kirkes is making the run. I think he's just about onside. He keeps his composure, scores the goal, and yes, it's onside. That is assist number 3 for Szoboszlai. It's going to do wonders for his rating. Oh, we've let Inter Milan through on goal. Lautaro Martinez, but Mamadashvili, no, Araujo with the block. And full time, we managed to hang on. This we did not deserve. Szoboszlai did put in a decent performance. I'm surprised at the 7.3 match rating. It means after 4 games, he ends with an average rating of 7.6 and also 3 assists. And I mean, with Szoboszlai in the team, we literally have a perfect Champions League record. But now, guys, for the next 4 Champions League games, Monaco, Barca, and Celtic in this club called RAL. Okay, Wirtz has definitely got lucky with the matchups he's got. To be fair, Barca is going to be tricky. Also, wait a minute. Nico Williams is injured. Torn calf muscle. He's going to be out for about 38 days. Well, good thing we've been developing Rio and Gumoha. He's going to come up clutch. And here we go. We're putting Wirtz into the team instead of Szoboszlai. And I'm wondering who to make captain now. I guess McAllister. We'll do that. Oh, man, I can feel the pressure here on Florian Wirtz. And losing the ball like that is not a good start. To be honest, Wirtz is a more attacking player, so I think we should be expecting more assists from him. He should definitely be able to get more than 3. Ball comes in and Zacharia's header. How do we not stop that? Well, this is a terrible coincidence. Wirtz comes into the team and we're a goal down. Bro, suddenly Monaco are absolutely unplayable. Guehi did really well there. We got to stop these corners, man. They're constantly attacking us. McAllister does well, but Monaco still have the ball here. Going in with the sliding challenge. Rio then with a good interception. Oh, what a ball that is for Karim Adeyemi, and there's the goal. I think it was Captain McAllister who sent that through ball there. Look at Szoboszlai celebrate on the bench. He's not complaining about being there. I think that's one of the differences. Szoboszlai is more of a team player for sure. But yo, things aren't looking good for Wirtz, man. 6.1 match rating. He's got to pick things up in the second half. Oh, good first touch from Wirtz. That as he looks for Rio. What can I do now? Pass for Ekitike, who gets there first, and he calmly slots it home. Okay, full time and our Champions League streak continues. But Florian Wirtz with an absolute stinker, man. 6.3 match rating. And everybody else around him did so much better. That's the thing. In this 4-1-4-1 system, we are anyway playing Wirtz kind of out of position. He's more of an out-and-out cam, a shadow striker. I think this is a massive opportunity now for Wirtz. Barcelona, if he can score an assist here, put in a good shift, that could potentially keep his spot here at Liverpool. trying to get him involved more, and Florian Wirtz opening up some space. He went for the spectacular, but he just couldn't connect. Also, guys, this will be a good test to see where this Liverpool team stands. Are we proper Champions League contenders? I mean, you can see the league table. Based on it, we definitely are. Unbeaten so far. By the way, you know who's impressed me the most? And it's Rio and Gumoha. Look at him take on Lamine Yamal here. And now Wirtz. Looking for the pass from McAllister, but Barca defend well. Uh-oh, we've let Dani Olmo through. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with Araujo against his former club, but no! Papadashvili! Well, I accidentally called him too far forward. Florian Wirtz here on the charge. This is looking good. Maybe space to go for goal from distance, and he tried at least. Adeyemi looking for Rio and Gumoha. Sees a passing option for Ekitike. Back in for Kirkes. Now Florian Wirtz looks to chip this one in. And Gumoha's header. That was like the first bit of decent build-up we've had in a while. Oh, Lamine Yamal has been sent through, and that was a bad challenge from me. I had no hope there. Well, this is going to be the goal to wrap the game up for us. And yep, Rafinha scores. I thought nothing else was going to happen in this game, so I quick simmed to the end. But Wirtz actually ended up scoring. Of course, he gets a goal when we're not controlling him. Oh my days, that boosted his rating up to 9. Bro, I feel like that's illegal. He literally didn't do anything when we were on the pitch with him. I don't know if we should even count this because we lost 3-1. I guess we do need to. And that actually boosts up Wirtz's average rating to 7.6. Same as Szoboszlai, and with a goal as well. Okay, what on earth is happening at the club right now? A training injury clash, and that too just after Nico Williams got back to training. Both him and Ronald Araujo are going to be out. Okay, wow, Nico is going to be out for another 40 days, and Araujo is going to be out for 50 days, basically a couple of months.
It was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. You and your pride and your ego.
Okay, based on my math, if we do secure top 8, we will then have the big Champions League games in March. So we should have both Araujo and Nico Williams back for then. Now, I guess Joe Gomez is going to have to come in for Araujo, which I don't really mind because Joe Gomez is just built for a situation like this. Meanwhile, Rio and Gumoha, who's gone up now to a 77 overall, he's going to be slotting in for Nico. Okay, we do have a bit of a problem in our next Champions League game where he is suspended. I think Robertson can do a job in the centre-back spot when called upon. Also, yeah, we're going to continue playing Wirtz. Somehow, in terms of average rating, Wirtz is kind of level with Szoboszlai. I don't agree with it, but it's the math. Let's see what he can do against Celtic. I want to see him actually put in a good performance, bro, because Celtic is an easy team. Maybe it's going to be Rio, and Gumoha is having the big game here. Adeyemi now with the finish. Should have scored. Wirtz now on his right foot. This is much better from Florian Wirtz. How is the keeper saved that? That was probably the best bit of play we've seen from Wirtz. Now, Szoboszlai is great with set pieces. What about Wirtz? It's a good ball, but Joe Gomez didn't get even near it. Wirtz does so well there, and a lovely ball for Rio and Gumoha, who could look for the pass for Ekitike. That's what he's done, and Hugo Ekitike puts it wide. He might have even hurt some fan there. The shot was that bad. That's the thing I've noticed with Ekitike in this Champions League run. Sometimes he's good.
Sometimes maybe shit.
That consistency isn't there with Hugo. Right now, Wirtz has opened up space, and that was beautiful. I will give Florian Wirtz that. It was a lovely goal. He is going to make that decision between him and Szoboszlai super difficult. Adeyemi now, that was so good, and he made it look so easy. And now we're really making things easier. Ekitike should get himself a goal. He does. 3-0. We do score another goal to make it 4-0. Ooh, but Wirtz actually got subbed off. But doesn't matter. He did his job. An 8.8 match rating. It's purely because of the goal. Bro, we're at a point where things are getting so confusing. Wirtz now has an average rating of 8, and he also has 2 goals. And now he can really stat pad against this Raw team as he plays the ball through for Adeyemi, who scores. It's now an assist as well for Wirtz. Okay, so it's going to square this for Ekitike, and there's the goal. We wrap things up, and Wirtz literally gets a 9.8 match rating. Bro, that means his average rating in those last 4 games, 8.4. Wirtz stepped up. We put him under pressure. He delivered. Szoboszlai too did really well. Both are the same goal contributions. It's just that Wirtz's rating is so much better. I am so confused now. I felt on the pitch I liked Szoboszlai more, but I can't deny Wirtz's impact with the goals especially. We'll get back to that decision later. For now, look at the Champions League table. Second is where we finish. We're going to skip the playoffs straight to the round of 16. Meanwhile, in the Premier League, although we're third, 3 points behind Arsenal, we're still in the fight for everything. But here we go, a message from Florian Wirtz. Boss, I've shown what I can offer. You make your decision now. I'm not willing to stay on the bench. Bro, it's so difficult. Either I sell Florian Wirtz, play Szoboszlai then, or I keep Florian Wirtz, make him a starter, sacrifice Szoboszlai. Do you know what? I don't think I can make this decision. The numbers are too close for me. I'm gonna let you guys decide on this. Comment down below what we should do. Who should we choose? Because next episode, it's a decision that could decide the end of this series. It really does feel like no matter what we choose, it's gonna be a brutal decision. I need your help. The gaffer Cedinho has an impossible decision to make. It's either keeping our captain Szoboszlai at the club or keeping Florian Wirtz. And the reason this decision is so difficult is that we put them both head-to-head in the Champions League. Szoboszlai was brilliant, an average rating of 7.6, 3 assists as well. But on the other hand, Florian Wirtz did impress as well. He scored a couple of goals, a higher average rating as well. Now, Cedinho used every bit of that brain behind that ball spot, but he really couldn't come up with a solution. He can't decide between Szoboszlai or Wirtz. Now, it's obvious with Florian Wirtz, the team is going to get more goals. With Szoboszlai, it's going to get more balance. He's also the captain of the team. I think Cedinho needs your help from the comments. Bro doesn't want Wirtz to win the challenge. Nah, man. People accusing me of favoritism in the last episode. In fact, Wirtz did have a better average rating and more goals. If I wanted to, I could have just missed all his shots. I kept it really fair between the two, and that's why it was so close.
No, I took too much time. That was my fault, boys. I was just looking at the penalty stats of other players.
There were also suggestions to maybe play a 4-3-3, have McAllister, Wirtz, and Szoboszlai together. But that is not happening, boys. Gravenberch is absolutely integral for this team. He holds that midfield together. Same with McAllister. He's a controller. The only spot in contention is that third midfielder spot, which is more of an attacking midfielder. And that's what Szoboszlai and Wirtz are competing for. Honestly, you should keep Szoboszlai, because there's a reason you made him your captain. He's been consistently amazing for you, bombing forward to score or make insane passes, tracking back. He can do anything in my opinion. And to be honest, that is also what I think. Plus, if you remember when Szoboszlai was benched, he was still celebrating the goals Liverpool were scoring. An incredible team player, an incredible captain. But ultimately, this is a decision I don't think I'm gonna make. It's gonna be you guys. And oh man, the poll from you guys is not even close. Szoboszlai is the clear winner. I'm actually surprised because I thought there was a big Florian Wirtz fandom. But you guys have made your point. Seeing all this chaos happens, there was a lot of interest for Szoboszlai. I mean, look at that. Offers from Arsenal, Spurs, even Man City. That actually shows that how much other clubs were valuing Szoboszlai's contributions. And that makes it even more compelling for us to keep him. And I think the decision has been made, bro. Szoboszlai is going to stay. The captain will not abandon the ship. But that does mean we've had to accept whatever offer that came in for Florian Wirtz. I'm not even sure which club he joined. Hopefully it's not a Premier League club. Oh no, it's Arsenal. We've just sold Wirtz to a direct rival. He can now be the next Mesut Ozil for them. I think we need to respond with a statement signing as well. 196 million in the bank. And I think I've got the perfect player for Liverpool. He plays for Barcelona. His name is Pet. Nah, I'm kidding. I got you there for a second, didn't I? We're not signing another Barcelona player, guys. I think we've got Harvey Elliott, who should be able to do the perfect job to give Szoboszlai back up. This is going to be our team. Actually, well, Rio and Kumoha and Joe Gomez are only up because of injuries. But we should have Ronald Araujo and Nico Williams back in about a couple of weeks to a month. Now, although this Wirtz saga looks to be done, there seems to be some more drama. Wirtz in a press conference just said he's excited to join a winning project and Liverpool was holding him back. Okay, yeah, in a way, it is a winning project he's gone to. Arsenal are top of the league. But to be honest, if you remember what we did last season, we kept putting the pressure on Arsenal and they completely bottled. I want to do that again and defend the Premier League title, winning it over Wirtz. We're only 4 points back, man, and our majority focus has been on the Champions League. Okay, but what is going on at the club? There's an outbreak. And Mark, where he's got an illness, I can either let him continue to train, but I think I gotta send him home, because what if he gets everybody else ill?
Thanks, mate. That looks delicious.
But this now complicates our Premier League title race even more because Guehi's going to be unavailable for a bit. I guess again we're going to have Robertson play centre-back. We've got this Leone guy, but he's got 53 pace. Bro can't even run. Not gonna lie, man, an injury crisis. Even Wirtz leaving. I'm surprised Cedinho still has hair left after all this drama. But come on, guys, we can't make excuses, especially if we want to defend our Premier League title. We've got a really makeshift backline here, but I'm really hoping someone like Szoboszlai can take this game in his hands, especially after we've made the decision to make him the main man. Szoboszlai opening up some space. It's really well done, and the keeper forced to make a save. Now, this is where I really like Szoboszlai. He's really good with the set pieces, but we don't have VVD anymore. Man, I really miss him. He was so good in these positions. And yep, this corner was a waste. When you're in a title race, these are the games where you absolutely need to win. And that's what Adeyemi is trying to do. What a pass for Rio. He's going to square this one. Simple goal for McAllister. That was probably one of our best work goals. Oh, Szoboszlai has found a bit of space here to go through himself. How is the keeper saved that? Oh, Rio and Gomorrah. That was brilliant. And no, the keeper saved it. Rebound though, Szoboszlai. Captain was in the right place at the right time. Is he trying to call Wirtz and mock him? But nah, this goal was made by Rio, man. That heel-to-heel flick was crazy. And would you look at that? Szoboszlai got himself another goal. Okay, we may have done an oopsie by giving Arsenal Wirtz. Because oh my days, are they not dropping points? We're still 4 points off Arsenal. Gyökeres has now started to score more than ever, thanks to Wirtz assisting him. And also, look at who's the Premier League top scorer, Alexander Isak. And here's a throwback to Cedinho doing the L dance as he sold Isak. Who's taking the L now? For now, we're going to keep the Premier League aside, because we've got the Champions League to worry about. Napoli in the round of 16 is kind of crazy. But we do have some reinforcements. I'm pretty sure Nico Williams, yup, he's back. And so is Ronald Araujo. And even Mark Gray. So we are going to have our strongest 11 for Napoli. And to be honest, the Champions League is kind of the reason why we stayed another season at Liverpool. Because I really want to make them champions of Europe. Do what Jurgen Klopp did. So yeah, this is a game we cannot afford to get knocked out at. I gotta say though, the Champions League has to be our top priority this season. Now that doesn't mean we aren't going to focus in the Premier League, but it means that anything but winning the Champions League is going to be a complete failure. A lot of you guys in the comments have been calling Nico Williams a complete flop, and I kind of disagree, but his injury has not really helped his case. But a goal like that will help it. What a finish. For moments that matter is why we've shined Nico Williams. Oh, and Szoboszlai now through on goal here could really put us into a great position, but what was that? I hate to say it, but if Florian Wirtz was in that position, he probably would have scored. To be honest, boys, right now we are carving open Napoli. They've shown nothing to say that they can even compete in this game as Adeyemi comes off the post. Second half, boys, I really want to wrap up this tie in this first leg itself. And now we could maybe get that second goal. How? For the most part, we've completely covered Napoli off. And now this is probably one of their first attacks. And the cross comes in. Zambo gets out with the header. And what? From that distance? That is one of the craziest header goals I've conceded. How on earth has this resulted in a 1-1 draw? Now, the good news is we do have a second leg and it's going to be played at Anfield. So I'm not too worried yet. We can definitely get the job done. But don't forget, boys, last season we bottled in the Champions League. We should have done far better. But this time, I'm not letting that happen, boys. Our team is too good for that. We've made too many decisions. We're going to get cooked by the media if we fail this time around. And yo, Nico Williams has gone through. Tough angle. Keeper saves though. Oh, I see Nico Williams completely through. It's a complete mess up here from Napoli. Nico has to score this and it's a lovely finish. For everybody saying he's a flop, Nico has now scored in both legs. This is where I just love Nico Williams, man. The pace he's got, nobody can catch him right now as he tries to cut inside, finding space, keeper saves. I think if we can be the ones to score first in the second half, it's job done. Once Szoboszlai is broken through, and how the keeper saving everything? I feel like Szoboszlai has been cursed ever since the Wirtz incident. He's had a few chances in this episode that he should have scored, but it's just not gone in. I can only hope it doesn't end up costing us. Szoboszlai, they're doing the defensive work full time, and we do manage to go through. But this does not fill me with confidence for the latter rounds. We did not put in a good performance. And oh no, once again we've drawn Real Madrid in the Champions League. This happened last season too. And it was Mbappe who put us to the sword. I mean, what are the odds that for 2 seasons in a row, we get the exact same draw. And that too, this first leg is at Anfield. That doesn't really benefit us. But you know what? This is where Cedinho needs to show his managerial prowess, that he's improved from last season. Oh, and Trent again on the ball. I don't like this, boys. Last season, Cedinho piped up quite a bit, saying that he's going to teach Trent a lesson, and we all saw what happened. This time, Cedinho has not made such a mistake. He's kept quiet. Already killing Mbappe and Real Madrid on the charge. Araujo almost conceded a pen. We need to stop Mbappe from turning like that off the crossbar. I really don't like where this game is heading. What we need to do is get Nico Williams the ball and get him to charge at, of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold, because we know that battle only Nico can win, and that is exactly what he's doing here. Using his space. Can he go for the cutback? He can, but Konate clears it away. How many former Liverpool players are we going to face? Honestly, boys, in that first half, we couldn't even touch Real Madrid, and I really don't know what to do in this second half. This is a tough situation. If for the second season in a row we get knocked out here, it's just going to be embarrassing. But right now, Adeyemi, he's managed to break through. What a chance. Off the post. Rebound, Nekatike. That was such a cheesy goal, man, but we'll absolutely take it. Okay, we got a bit lucky with the goal, and now we've just got to hold on to this result, not concede. Any sort of advantage we can take to the Bernabeu could be huge. Nico Williams, as we're trying to take this for a second goal, as Adeyemi's broken through. I don't know if he's on or not. He scored. I think he's onside. Adeyemi with the game-changing performance. And no way we could make it 3-0. That could completely settle this tie. Hugo Ekitike, he does not miss. Real Madrid have crumbled in the second half. One of the best performances for Cedinho as a manager. Supposedly delivery is great, where he scores. I can't believe it. It's 4-0. This is one of the craziest results in Liverpool's history. Out of nowhere, we've destroyed Madrid. I don't think there's even a need for the second leg, because, yup, the job has already been done. 2-2 in the second leg. And yes, we are going to the semi-finals, something we failed to do last season. And even Barcelona have been knocked out. That's good, because I think we can take Atleti. Arsenal are out as well. PSG are through, though. Oh, no, man. All this stress ain't good for Cedinho, because he's losing hair. That bald spot has just gotten bigger now. But hey, if it results in Cedinho winning the Champions League as a manager, I don't mind sacrificing his big head. And okay, Atletico it is. And I'm not too worried, because we knocked out Real Madrid. Okay, we don't want to underestimate Atleti, because they're still a good team. And I remember in real life, there was a season where they knocked out Liverpool from the Champions League. So yeah, you can never count them out. They're a very rough side. But if we can put them in a tough spot in this first leg, considering it's at Anfield, I think we can then go through. Adeyemi chipping this one for Ekitike. I think he's kept himself on, and what a finish. And now I can sense Atletico crumbling. We've got the goal. Let's now quickly push for more. Atleti have got a player down. Do I be honest and kick the ball out? Yeah, I gotta do that, bro. Fair play. Fair play. That's how Cedinho plays. Wait, these guys just continued playing on. Where's the fair play from Atleti? And no way. Have they just got on and almost scored? My days. They might actually still score. We block away the chance. I'm never doing any fair play nonsense ever again. Supposedly set pieces are really good. We've already seen that. It's another one way. Oh, Black is really good too. Oh, but we're on the attack here. Nico Williams, lovely ball for Ekitike. Where's he shooting? Compared to Madrid, Atleti are so much more rigid defensively. I'm not able to get many chances. But that means when I do get opportunities like this, I need to take it. Adeyemi does not miss. And there's the final whistle. We control this game from start to finish. Now, as long as we don't do an oopsie, I think the job is done for the second leg. And I've actually got a tactical idea. Playing Adeyemi up top as a striker and Chiesa on the right. That way we can have ridiculous space. Yes, I know we'll be sacrificing Ekitike, but in this game with the 2-0 advantage, all we need to do is just space abuse on the counter. We're about to witness a tactical masterclass here from Cedinho. I don't like these rainy conditions, bro. It doesn't really suit us, but we just got to make do with it. If we just score even one goal, it could settle things for us. As yes, McAllister beats one, strikes it, big deflection. Ooh, but Szoboszlai getting a set piece. We always love that. Decent delivery. Ronald Araujo trying to attack it, not good enough. Although I know Gravenberch can strike them. Oblak making a big save. The mentality our team has shown in this game is exactly what we need. Szoboszlai breaking through. No way, how have we not scored? Nico Williams breaking through, and there you go. Atleti stood no chance. And yes, Liverpool have made another Champions League final. We've absolutely destroyed them as well, and it looks like the final is going to be Liverpool versus PSG. Now, before that big final, though, we've got a Premier League to win, and I told you this season, I didn't want to just focus in the Champions League. I wanted both, and we're close to making it happen. We're top of the league 1 game to go, but actually it's a 3-horse race. Spurs are in the fight, so are Arsenal, and even though both of them are 3 points behind us, it's because our final game of the season is against Arsenal, and we're gonna have to do a lot of math here. But basically, if Arsenal beat us and Spurs win, they're gonna have the better goal difference. They'll win the title. If Spurs lose and Arsenal beat us, Arsenal could win the league because their goal difference might get better than us. So basically, what we need to do in this title decider, just win. That's it. We do that and we'll be champions of England for 2 seasons in a row. I am wondering if Florian Wirtz is going to start, and by the looks of it, he is. And that's the first thing he does. Is he like a sleeper agent of Liverpool? Has somebody from our board paid him money? Because what was that? Oh, what a ball that is for Rakitike. And the touch as well, but he couldn't finish. Uh-oh, I've just completely let Martinelli through on goal. This is really bad. Araujo has tracked back nicely. And oh, the challenge comes on Wirtz. How is that a pen? Okay, yeah, that was a pen. Horrible defending from Araujo. The last few strands of hair remaining on Sidinho are probably going to go after this game. I'm actually glad it's not Wirtz stepping up. It's Gyökeres. Actually, that might not be good because he's going to score. And oh, he misses. It's off the post. What luck. Of all players, how has Gyökeres missed? Nico Williams breaking through, and Arsenal, no. And on the other end here, what are we doing, man? These crazy challenges need to stop. First it was Araujo, now Guehi. Wait, is that a red card? It is a red card. He's walking out. No. Not in a title fight. We're down to 10 men. It's complete chaos. Gyökeres goes for the free kick, misses. We got to make a lot of tactical changes here. Oh, the only centre-back we've got is Leone. Okay, wait a minute. What I'm going to do is have Gravenberch play in the centre-back spot. McAllister's going to drop deep. And honestly, I think I'm going to sacrifice Ekitike. We'll bring on Harvey Elliott. Adeyemi can play striker. Harvey Elliott in midfield and probably even on the right side. We'll have him as a half winger to just give us that space. That red card, though, has made us sacrifice so much. Now, for the next 60-odd minutes, all we've got to do is survive. Even a draw gets us the Premier League title. Half time, boys, and we've survived 45 minutes at least. But we got to somehow do this for another half. Why have we put ourselves in a position like this in a title fight? Right now, it's just Arsenal keeping the ball. And of course, they're exposing the gaps here. We just got to try and defend as much as we can. It's not working though right now. Gabriel Martinelli. Frimpong does really well. I think Frimpong's space could give us something extra, and it's brilliantly done. Here goes Jeremy Frimpong. Can he maybe cut this one back? No. Do you know what? Set pieces could be a good play. Of course, we don't have Guehi in the box, but we do have Ronald Araujo. How is Declan Rice cleared that off the line? I'm not sure about the math on whether what happens if we draw. I think that should put us out of Spurs' reach, so we should be winning the league. All we got to do is survive now for 20 minutes. Obviously, it could help if we score, and Harvey Elliott does so well there. And now we look for Karim Adeyemi. There's a reason we brought him on, for his pace, and Adeyemi scores. 10 men Liverpool. Do not disappoint. As things stand, we are going to become champions of England once again. And I can't believe we've actually pulled it off, man. Florian Wirtz really thought he was about to beat us and win the Premier League, prove himself right. But no, no, no. Tactical genius from Sidinho. The changes he made, bringing on Harvey Elliott. That's going to be remembered now as the greatest Premier League substitution ever. And back-to-back in the Premier League, so Bosley lifting it. That's what we do. Well, boys, that crazy Premier League title has come at a cost. Sidinho is now basically bald. First, it was that Araujo penalty. Then Guehi sending off. Looks like he couldn't handle it, but he still has a bit of hair left on the sides. But that could be taken away in this Champions League final as we take on PSG. I will say, though, we've built an incredible Liverpool team over these last couple of seasons. Coming in when Arne Slot had this team in the mess. We, of course, changed tactics a couple of times. Sacrificed quite a few players as well. But I think it's been worth it. Look at the stats. Ekitike with a 35-goal season. Adeyemi 21. Maybe you guys are right. Nico Williams didn't do as much, but he had that injury. He has been clutch in the Champions League, though. So Bosley coming in with 10 assists. But it is now indeed time to get the job done with Liverpool. Our goal to win the Champions League. One thing I'm glad about is that Guehi's red card was in the Premier League, so it didn't carry over for this Champions League final. But yeah, in this game, we've definitely got to defend better. I don't want any silly red cards. Okay, PSG are really good, man, especially with Ousmane Dembele. Ronald Araujo doing a good job. Also, this is a massive game for Ekitike against his former club. Looks for Nico Williams up, but Hakimi is good. Oh, that's a good ball in for Karim Adeyemi. If he can bring it inside, which he can. Adeyemi, no, the keeper saves. Oh, what a ball for Ekitike. Onside against his former club. No, that first touch was bad, but he managed to get the finish right. Liverpool take the lead. It's halftime, boys, and now I feel PSG scared. We got to keep the pressure up in the second half. I don't want PSG even getting a sniff. Oh, and what a ball that is for Karim Adeyemi, who could help wrap things up that touch. This is peak Cedinho ball, though. We're not letting PSG even have the ball. I guess that's what happens when you go bald as a manager. Your inner Pep Guardiola just wakes up. Okay, suddenly PSG have been the ones applying pressure, but we are dealing with it well. Just clear the ball away. It is getting annoying dealing with Vitinha and João Neves and all. Creature now has got the ball. That run coming in. Fabian now on it. This is getting dangerous here. Vitinha with space to shoot. What a pass that is. Doué missed. Luis Enrique can't believe it. Cedinho too. He's putting on a poker face there. That should have been 1-1. What a let-off. Oh, but now Szoboszlai's broken through. He could help wrap this game up. No, he gets taken out. Referee. That's got to be a red card. It is a red card. He's been sent off. Hakimi's gone. And if Szoboszlai scores this in a Champions League final, it would be absolutely iconic. Can he get this one up and over, though? It's pretty close, though. It's pretty close, but it's the crossbar. But you know what? I'm not too worried. We've got the lead now. A man advantage as well. We should be able to win this. No, not this way. Not this way. Not this way. Somebody put in a tackle here. Araujo, maybe. Please, please. He's done really well. Let's just clear this ball out. What's that clearance? Get it away, man. We don't get it away. And now PSG going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. Oh, Mamadashvili with the save, and I'm just going to hold on to the ball. I don't care if it's shameless. We got to do what we got to do to win. And oh, man, we've managed to hold on. It was tough, but we've done it. Champions League with Liverpool. 2 seasons of absolute perfection. 2 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League. This is exactly what Cedinho wanted to do when he became the Liverpool manager. And what a way that is to wrap up this Liverpool career mode. The question now is, what's next for Baldinho? What should be his next job? Comment down below.